Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tori. If you're new here, I am in the school pickup line, and this may be my go-to spot for intros from now on because all you can hear in the background is the air conditioning. If I can finagle it that my husband can watch my children and I can make a clear intro, this may be my new spot. So if you are new here, hi, I'm so happy you are here. The last video that I made was about discount groceries and it got a lot of traction, and we'll air quote that because we have small numbers over here on this channel, but a lot of you are new, which I love. In today's video, I wanted to show you how I used some of those ingredients in meals, and then I wanted to show you a new haul, and that is based on some questions that I got in the last video. I also shared it to other platforms, so I'm going to try and answer them all right here. If you don't want to stick around for that, just skip ahead, but happy you're here regardless. This week we did go to Walmart, and that is my go-to just standard store that is cheap for me. Whenever I go to a store, I'm shopping a sale or I'm shopping the discount or the day-old bread section is what we call it here in Pennsylvania, but it may be different wherever you are. I love going to those discount marts like I shared in the last video, and I'm very lucky in my county here. There's a ton of them. But I'm going to show you the haul and then some meals, and then if I have time, I'm going to put it in this video. People were asking about the steam juicer, and this video is sponsored by me because I bought the steam juicer and I will show you how to use it. But we're going to get into the haul, and I'll see you later in the video. Alrighty, I have a little audience here, so bear with me. If you're new to me, breakfast for us just looks like eggs from our chickens. Our feed cost is low because we usually get it from a mill, or honestly, there's corn and soy free. That's like $15 a bag, so you can go with that. They eat chicken scraps, and I like to sprout wheatgrass for them. Starting off strong, Nature's Own whole wheat bread and honey wheat. I try and go for whole wheat because it's not enriched. It still has glyphosate, but we're not perfect. I do heavy whipping cream so we can make whipped cream and butter. I usually do block cheese by the pound like this just because it's cheaper, but this slice provolone and Colby Jack was $1.77. So I just grabbed those to have. I'm probably going to put them in the freezer though. We don't do a lot of sliced cheeses. I just like to slice it on my own. I got myself a little treat and got some Spindrift. If I can find it on sale, like under $6, I'll get it, but it's still an expensive drink, so I don't get it all the time. I got some organic beef broth. I really like having this, and I typically am using my beef bones for broth, but I don't have any. I ran out. I got homestyle meatballs. The ingredients on here aren't the best, but I'm just going to go for it, split it, and make it into 2 different meals. So we'll probably do Swedish meatballs with homemade egg noodles, and then we'll do gnocchi and meatballs. The kids really enjoy that, and they actually eat it. I got some Kerrygold butter. When I can find that under $5, I grab as much as I can, and obviously someone else had that plan because there was only 1 butter left, and I tried to order 3. I did find the Heinz Worcestershire sauce as a substitution. I will not be consuming this. This has polysorbate in it. It also has caramel color, some seed oils. I mean, it's literally not real, and I'm pretty bummed about that, so I will be giving that away. I have Kikkoman soy sauce, and again, not the best, but we use it, and we don't get the low sodium just because we thin it out with water, and that's easy enough. Annie's Classic Cheddar, I get that when it's under $1.50, and it was $1.44. So I got 4 of those. I got some strawberries that unfortunately were not organic. I ordered organic, but that's okay. If you didn't know, strawberries are highest on the Dirty Dozen. We have the Made Good bars, which are pretty decent, and then the Simple Mills crackers, which are really good. I have raspberries here to make juice in the steam juicer, which I'll show you later on. And then I have some organic frozen jasmine rice. That's just nice to have on a weeknight and when we need something fast. My son really likes these crispy battered fish. We don't buy them frequently, but he likes to make fish tacos. We have avocado. I have 4 very sad bananas and first world problems, but I had someone else shopping for me, and yeah, They didn't pick good bananas. I did get some mayo just to have in a pinch, and then we got some sale broccoli, which is pretty awesome. And then these freeze-dried yogurt melts. I feel like I'm the only like wannabe homesteader that doesn't have a freeze dryer, but I would legit only use it for that, I feel like. But maybe someday I'll get one. I also have cranberries I'm gonna make some juice with, and again, I'll show you in a little bit. The ricotta and spinach gnocchi. I like making my own, but this is decent ingredients and it's really good. So we got that. It was under $4, so that is awesome. And then I did get organic apples, but I wanted Pink Lady, and they were $3.87 for 2 pounds, which isn't terrible. And yeah, I'm gonna get this put away and kind of show you the meals for the week and show you how we use these cheap ingredients. But pierogi and kielbasa, always a staple. Pierogi and peppers, really anything. As a sheet pan, it's the best way to do it. I put some green onions there, serve it with applesauce or sour cream, and then I do a little snack plate. So we have cheese veggie straws, which are those avocado veggie straws that I got from Sharp Shopper 2 weeks ago, cucumbers, and then those biscuits. And yeah, we call it good. I think a lot of people get hung up on, you know, how things have to be, and I love that there are no rules for cooking, especially when you're an adult here. So this week we made venison, a little bit of turkey bacon, beans, and I put some barbecue sauce in there, and that was the meal. And it was really tasty. You could serve this with rice, you could serve this with potatoes, but it was very filling. And then we also had some biscuits on the side and fruit. And then the next day we had breakfast for dinner, and I like to save all the butt ends of my bread, and I also like to make them into grilled cheeses and put them in the freezer for a rainy day, but they're fun to make French toast sticks with. So I have 2 eggs in here. I have a little bit of that cream, some Ceylon cinnamon, maple syrup, and I think that's it. Yeah. Oh, nope, I didn't put any added sugar. So yeah, we just did the maple syrup, and I got this loaf of bread for $1.09, put that in the freezer and got that out. Really anything that I could put into this mixture I go for. So I did have a flour tortilla randomly, so I made a little crispy churro, and I don't know if that's creative or not, but I love just figuring out what we can do to make things stretch and make things last for our kids. And I'm constantly saving things. I'm never throwing out food, and if I am, it's always going to my chickens. I just grew up in a house where you don't do that. I grew up in a large family, and it's just stuck with me. So I have a buttered parchment sheet here, and then I'm going to put it in the oven at 400 for 15 minutes or so, and then this will be our little breakfast for dinner, served with fruit, yogurt, and then an extra protein. I do some turkey bacon that I got at Sharp Shopper for $1.19. Put that in the freezer for a rainy day, and we're good to go. I really have found that my family has adapted their taste buds. I feel like nothing has to be perfect. We typically buy the generic brand, and it's worked for us. So I just try and make these look nice. I serve it with homemade whipped cream or raspberries or whatnot, and go from there. So this is the next night, and this was our easy dinner night, air quote. Everything came from a box or a can, unfortunately. But I wanted to show you that we make different plates with the food that we have. We don't make completely separate meals for each child. I think that would be extremely time consuming, and I don't like that. So we made some fish tacos and green beans, and then some fish sticks and green beans. So the next night we had loaded potato bowls, and there's avocado on here, cheese, bell pepper, a little bit of turkey bacon, and called it good. Again, a breakfast for dinner, very filling with the potatoes, and it worked for us at a very low cost. All right, we're gonna try and do this without any fuss in the background. This is the steam juicer. I will have it linked. Again, this is a personal purchase, so I got it on Amazon, but I'm sure you could get it somewhere else. I saw these as a little girl when I would go to the local fair. All the Amish women were making juice this way, and that's why I was interested. And there's so many things you can do with this. Call me gross if you want, but my kids have so many leftover apples that they don't eat, actually just one in particular, and we can make a ton of apple juice. So any of those old ones I stick in a bag, and at the end of the week I put in the steam juicer and we make apple juice. But that's up to you. The steam enough is hot enough to kill any bacteria. Anyways, we're making raspberry cranberry juice. That's my favorite. So cranberries, raspberries. This is the steam juice setup. So all the fruit goes in the top here, and then it has the lid. This is very hot, yeah, and very sticky. And then the water comes up off of here because you're putting water in here and you're getting it to a boil, and then it steams the fruit and extracts the juice, and it goes through this tube, and you want this tube kind of set up here so you're not dripping juice everywhere, if that makes sense. So I will show you how to do this, but it's a handy little tool. I think everyone should have one. I have the 8-quart, and that's plenty for us, but they do have an 11-quart, and if you make a lot of juice, you can also water bath can these. The acidity here is pretty good, and it's just like a standard cranberry juice water bath. If you want to do that, you could pressure can it too, but just so you know, you could make these extra shelf stable, or you could let them cool and put them in the freezer. I make so many different juices. Let me know what you make with your steam juicer, or maybe you're new to this, but super fun and a really great way to find discount fruit and even vegetables, and stick it in the steam juicer and see what you can get. All right, so I have this here. I've even put like spinach in this if you wanted to, just to add some extra greens, if you're cool with like oxalates and stuff. But anyways, cranberry, raspberry juice. I'm gonna put this on here. Grapes, for me, take, I don't know, I'd say like 40 to 50 minutes, and then if they're frozen like this, maybe 60. And then all I do is make sure all the kids are far away from me, because this is very hot, and I just pour that into juices. I save all my glasses if you're new to me, so I pour them into these old maple syrup jars, liquor jars, big Masons like this. This was like an old applesauce jar, but I don't know. I just put it in there and then drink the juice. But yeah, it's pretty easy, and I really enjoy this process and method. It's super yummy, and yeah, let me know if you try it. So I do have to point out, this is not a set it and forget it situation, but I just usually just keep my chair right here and then put my bowl here. This is not like the proper way to do it, but I'm standing in between the kids and this, and yeah, I just get some other things done while I'm doing this, but I'm not kidding when I say this is very hot and very sticky, and it can really hurt you. It's happened to me before, so I'm just warning you, it's not a good injury to have. But yeah, I just put it right in here, and then I don't think I'll need an extra glass, but if I do, I have one on standby. Alrighty, and this is kind of the final result. It's going to fill up about halfway here, so not a lot of juice, but enjoyable. You can add sugar to this if you want. I do add a little bit of our water, and we go from there. So I hope that was a good tutorial for you to follow, and let me know if you're new here. I see a lot of new friends in the comments down below, and we are a very positive community, so if you feel like introducing yourself, please do, and I will catch you on the next one. As always, stay adventurous, stay creative. Bye, y'all.